Hello everyone, welcome back to the therapy session. E20 Zone fucking TV, the place to be when you got a prick as your fucking owner and a prick as a fucking manager. Tonight we was 2-0 up and we was doing okay. And then the self-destruct button from Nuno Espirito Santos, yeah, complete utter wanker, yeah, completely destroyed that second half, and we are lucky tonight. We are lucky that we didn't lose the game, right? Thank God we got a point out of that game, because my reaction would be a lot more volatile than it is going to be. But I'm not happy. I'm not happy. When you're 2-0 up and you are in a game that we've got control of, you then decide to go, right, we're just going to defend for our lives. Let's just all defend for our lives. Ridiculous. Bournemouth 2, West Ham United 2, and I am angry. I'm going to say this quick, yeah, before people come on. And I know there's going to be a lot of people that want to come on and have their say, right? But what the fuck was that in the second half? That is borderline one of the worst second halves I've seen as a West Ham fan. Now, I've seen some shit over the years. I'm not going to lie, I have. But that was taking the piss, right? You sub off Callum Wilson, who's on a hat trick. Like, he's looking for his hat trick, and you sub him off. And I don't want to hear no gaslighting and no bollocks from anyone, yeah? And people saying, oh, he might have had an injury, because he didn't look happy when he come off. He did not look happy when he come off, right? And he was trying to, like, Nuno was trying to butter him up, right? Why are you taking him off? Why? Right? Matthias Fernandes, right? You got a 21-year-old youngster and you're subbing him off. Why? Why is Nicholas Füllkrug, right, the German twat, right, who doesn't want to be here, coming on the pitch? It was like self-destruction of West Ham, yeah? I'm not a deluded prick, right? And I'm sitting there on the watch-along and shouting to everyone who come on the watch-along with me earlier on, right? You guys are legends, 100%. And I'm looking at it, I'm going, it's a matter of time. It's a matter of time. Fucking joke, right? Listen, I'll quickly run through it. Callum Wilson has a shot, scores, right? Poor goalkeeping, 1-0. His second goal is a top-class finish from a top-class striker, yeah? One touch, bang, shot, goal, 2-0. We get to half-time. I'm thinking, here we go. Here we go. Right? Come out second half and just kill these people. Go for the throat, take them out of the game, 3-0, game over. That's it. It's game over. It's game over if we score again, right? No. We won't do that, Nuno, will we? Like, you fucking prick. We won't do that. What we'll do is we'll sub off the striker that scored 2 goals for us, right? Then you start subbing off the midfielder who's been like the highlight in the last few weeks, and then you will go with a back 6. No. Back 3 doesn't do it. A back 4 doesn't do it. A 5 doesn't do it. Fuck me, I'm good at maths. A back 6 now that West Ham have created, right? Wan-Bissaka, Diouf, Igor, Kilman, Todibo, Carl Walker-Peters. Any more fucking offers? Do you know what I mean? I'm living with this prick tonight. That was massive. We win that game, right? I'm starting to think, right, Liverpool becomes a free hit, right? A free hit. You just give it away. Just give it away. Then they started to score goals. Areola tonight. Anyone who knocks Areola in the past needs to forgive him tonight, because that geezer's kept us in the game. He has kept us in the game on his fucking own tonight. Save after save after save. Just consistently saving us morning, noon and night. Do you know what I mean? And the embarrassing thing is we was 2-0 up and we didn't have to do all this. If West Ham, this is a mentality problem here, right? Before I let the boys come and have their say, this is a mentality problem. At 2-0 up, you come out, you kill the game off, right? And you kill this team, right? You look again to score again. The moment we start sitting back and doing absolutely nothing and going, there you go, Bournemouth, you can have all the ball, yeah? They had 25 attempts on our goal in the second half. 25 attempts on goal. This is like someone's taking the piss here, and it's not even a joke now, right? And I know it's only people go, oh, but we drew the game. So fucking what? We should have won the game. Like, we're 2-0 up. There's no way we should be drawing that game. And we're lucky we didn't lose the fucking game. Do you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Do you know what I'm saying? Let's get to this comment here from Peaceful Guy. James, on the way back from the game now, not sure how clear this was on the telly, but the wind was 100% biggest factor. Listen, mate, I'm going to be straight, yeah? People can say what they like. The subs, taking off Wilson is just... that's the start of it. That's the start. Right, let's get Adam in. Adam, what you saying, mate?
Well, I mean, let's be honest, mate. I mean, what the hell has just happened? It's I think what you've just basically said there, like, sums it up. We've just basically we've cost ourselves the game. We've just literally cost ourselves the game for no reason. And you know, the thing is, and I've seen some West Ham fans, I'm sorry I'm going to call them out, but I have seen some fans come on and go, do you know what, I would have taken a point before the game, and so blah blah blah, we're all done West Ham, keep going on, and still giving them credit. Thing is, if we would have lost 2-0 and came back and got 2-2, then yeah, I would have got that completely all day long. I would have been. But it's the fact that we've just threw away 3 points and and now 2 have just gone on the bin and we've taken away 1.
Yeah, but listen, right, I'm going to say this to all them people who say, I would have took a draw. I've won tonight. I've won a bet tonight. Do I look happy? No, I don't look fucking happy, right? Because at 2-0 up, West Ham should see this game out. See it out. Kill this team off. And for some reason, yeah, which I do not understand for the life of me, is why the fuck we have gone into a defensive shell on the 50th minute mark. And if someone can explain that to me, because I'm a dumb cunt, because people keep telling me I'm a dumb cunt. So, you know what? Explain it to me. We're on the 50th minute. He subs off Callum Wilson and he goes defensive. Why? Why? There's no excuses here why he's gone defensive that early. I can understand it on the 70th minute. I can understand it on the 80th minute, right? I don't understand it on the 50th minute. I simply do not get that one, Adam. I don't. And this is on Nuno tonight. He's completely fucked us over tonight, right? I do not understand the substitutions. I don't know where the players were playing. There was no outlet. There was nothing. And all you can see on the screen is the back six. And I'm looking at it and going, is this what it is now? Right? It's, I don't know what to say.
Thing is the manner on it. That's great. I just had a text of an Arsenal fan that's just basically just giving me some laughing emojis. Look, it's what it is if we would have done that, like sort of what we did against Burnley and all that, and look, we sort of started to do that around the 70th, 75th minute, I would have understood it. But the fact that you took him off about 51 minutes into the game, it's for someone that was causing them so much trouble. Callum Wilson's got, do you know what I mean, his record with Bournemouth, and I think the fact that as well, the thing is, James, Fulcrook came on, like you said, got someone that doesn't give a shit. He did nothing. Fulcrook,
he done nothing, right? I'm going to say this. Yeah, and it's no disrespect to Lewis Guilherme, but he's not ready. Keep using him as a fucking test subject, right? And all these wankers on X, yeah, because one of them's blocked me today. I'm going to say it to the fucking camera because I've had enough of these trolling cunts, right? I have, yeah. And now I'm back on the lives, yeah. I'm going to be ruthless to these fuckers, right? He is not ready, right? So let's stop using him as a test subject and going, oh yeah, you know what, right? He hasn't had time, right? We have got no time. We're in a relegation dogfight here. We need to win games. Today we was 2-0 up and we've just thrown the fucking game away. Literally just thrown it away like it's a piece of shit, right? Let's hope come May that don't cost us, right? Because this is not right. There's too many issues here today. You bring Fulcrook on. The geezer doesn't want to be here. He doesn't want to be. He's told us that he wants to leave. He wants out of West Ham. So we're bringing him on and trying to trust this geezer. That's wrong. Do you know what I'm saying? Everything's wrong today, right? The only thing that was right was half-time. But half-time, 2-0 up, Adam, yeah, there is no way West Ham should come out in the second half and do that second half performance. Absolute none. and I will debate anyone on this platform anytime, right? There's absolutely no chance that West Ham should be coming out in the second half and defending for 40 minutes of that game. Because it is 40 minutes. The first 5 minutes was okay. You take off fucking Wilson and then you're defending for 40 minutes of that game, right? And then the last 6 minutes of everything. Do you know what I mean?
Tactically, it doesn't make any sense. And, you know, to those people that I mentioned earlier that are like, do you know what, I'm happy with the draw. And yeah, look, we've got something, but it's not the point. But like Forest have just gone to Anfield and have just got 3 points, right? When you actually have a go at these, and I'm not just, all I want is for us to have a go at these teams. We did that in the first half. There is no reason for us to do the things that we did. I don't want to see Souček back in the midfield. You brought on Fulcrook when you didn't need to. What we were doing before with those 2 games worked. You keep Wilson on for about 70 minutes. You bring Souček on as a false 9. It was working. And then we're changing it. And it just, why? If it worked for you, and I'm not saying it's going to work every single match, but the first half, if I would have got in there, I would have said, do exactly what you just did. Do exactly what you just did. Bournemouth.
Do you know what it is, Adam? Adam, what it feels like to me, he didn't have a clue how to go around in a winning position. That's as simple as that. Like where West Ham had scored so early, and where West Ham had scored again so early, Nuno was like, "What do I do? Like, do I attack? Do I defend?" Now, I'm not being funny. I'm not a football manager, but I'm a person that if you want to win this game, you kill this game off. Right, you kill the game off yourselves, right, by going, right, let's go and get the third one, and then they are emptying out in Bournemouth, right? What I can't understand is that you're defending for 40 minutes. That's one of the worst second half performances I've seen as a West Ham fan. That's up there, right?
Absolutely.
Just nothing about us.
If we would have done that from maybe like the 70th minute or the 75th minute, I would have understood it. I would have gone, you know what? I'm not a fan of it, but I don't completely understand. He did it before, you know, that's fine. But when you're actually doing it basically throughout the whole second half, like you're just basically asking them to score against you. And Areola deserves man of the match, by the way. He was phenomenal. And it's not his fault that donkey Kilman got a handball, allowing them to have that penalty earlier. 40 million, by the way, people. Just letting you know that. 40 million.
Yeah, but I'm not. Yeah, but Adam, I'm going to say this, before I let you go, It's hard for me to having a dig at the players because the manager needs to be seriously looked at today. Like the manager's put us in this situation, right? Because in the first half, listen, it wasn't great in the first half, and I'm not defending it. And doing the watch along, I even said it on the watch along. I said we haven't done nothing in this half other than score, right? Which is fair enough. But to come out second half, take off the geezer who scored the 2 goals, who's brimming with confidence, and then you're just retreating. You're just retreating back and back and back and back. And then eventually, before you know where you are, right, we're on our own fucking 18-yard box. Like, this is bad. This is bad today, right? And I understand what people said about, I would have took a draw. But you wouldn't have took a draw from a 2-0 position at the start of the game. If someone would have said to you right now, West Ham United will be 2-0 up, would you take a draw right now? The answer to that would be no. You wouldn't have done. You would have gone, no, we need to win this game, right? And I think the mentality's got to change in the team. I think the mentality's got to change in this fucking fan base, for starters. Because if you're happy with a draw tonight, then I don't know what you're saying. Do you know what I mean? I don't get it, right? I really don't. Yeah, because that's just stupid for me. 2-0 up, right? And if someone said to me at half time, James, would you be happy with a draw? I'd be like, fuck that, no. Right, that's a disappointment. If we're 2-0 down at half time, completely different scenario. But I know what you're saying.
I mean, yeah, and I'll just say, just quickly finish off with like the bits you just said, the other bits. Guilherme, look, of course I want him to do well. You know, I like the kid, but like you said, he will get his time, but it's not now.
He's not ready, mate.
Do I want him to do well? Of course I do. Absolutely, I want him to do well, but it's not the right time now. And it wasn't, and this wasn't the right game for him to probably do it in. I've just one quick question, right? If we barely survive, would you keep Nuno?
Do you know what, mate? Do you know what? I don't know, Adam. I don't know. Like, I see someone there saying, Tony Andrews saying, I'm happy with a 2-0. Well, I'm not. Far from it. 2-0 up. And they're not being funny enough, I think. It will, these people that are happy tonight with a draw, they will come back in the end and say, well, and they will go, there will be a game where we fuck up in, and they go, I'm not happy with that because he's fucked us up. Tonight, he's fucked us up. Right? Go back and watch that second half from the 50th minute onwards. If you think that is acceptable at West Ham United, I don't know football anymore. I don't know football anymore if you think that's acceptable. Taking off your striker who scored 2 goals, one of your best midfield players, and then parking the bus for 40 minutes. Right? If that is acceptable, then maybe I need to get out this fucking game altogether because it is fucking unacceptable. Do you know what I mean? If we go and attack them in the second half and they score, then you can sort of think about it. But to sit there and retreat is just, it's a criminal offence for me. That's criminal, right?
Yeah.
And we've given it away. We'll just give them the game, right? And we are lucky. We are so lucky tonight that we got a point out of that game. But it feels like a defeat to me. It really does. It feels like a defeat. It feels like
it feels like you've been in a boxing match and it's been a very close couple of rounds, and the last 2 rounds you just don't decide to hit back, and it just doesn't make any sense whatsoever, to be honest with you, James. And we're just very lucky that Burnley and Wolves have both lost tonight. But the only reason I asked you that question earlier is because obviously end of the season, Marco Silva, his contract's up.
Do you know what, mate? All I care about, Adam, I'm going to be straight, before I let you go. All I care about is West Ham staying in this league. And this is not over yet. Right? People think, no, we'll be fine. I've watched West Ham a hell of a long time, right? And I've seen West Ham do this on occasions. I've always said this, and I'll say it again right now. West Ham will fight to the end. Yeah, they always do it. Every time they've gone down, they've always fought to the end, right? It always goes down to the last day or a game before the last game of the season. The issue is today, this is on him. And he needs to be called out. I'm sorry. He needs to be called out, right? You can't. And all of us people are saying about bringing Silva in there in the new year. Let's see where we are in the new year, right? And let's see if we're in the Premier League in the new year, right? That's the realistic thing. We've got to get ourselves sorted out. Today's a kick in the bollocks. Massively.
If he wants to make up for it, I'm sorry, he needs, and it's not an easy feat. He needs to beat Liverpool next weekend. Forest have just gone and done that away from home. And right now, Liverpool have been really shaky. So I'm telling you, if you're Nuno, you need to bloody make that up to us, and you need to beat Liverpool next weekend.
Yeah, I completely agree. Adam, I'm going to let you go, mate. Take it easy. Right. Drano, what you saying, mate? Talk to me.
What am I saying? Mate, embarrassing, isn't it? We sat there watching that, and I couldn't believe it. 50 minutes, and he takes Callum Wilson off, who's on an hat-trick. I mean,
I don't get it, mate.
It was an outball that we had. When he went off, well, Souček up front, works for 10 minutes, 15 minutes of a game. It won't work for one half. We just didn't look like we wanted to string passes together. It was an oof, but no one's up there. So it's just going to keep coming back. Even Tony Gale said in commentary, they're sitting too deep. The wind was a factor, but both teams had to play against it.
I completely agree.
You can't keep walking over ice without it cracking at some point. And to have that barrage of attacks against us, something was going to give.
I just don't, Dennis. I'm going to be straight with you, mate. I do not understand why he took Callum Wilson off, because I know what's coming, right? And I'm going to say it quite openly. People will say he had a slight injury. That is bollocks, right? And I know it's bollocks because the anger, he did not look happy about coming off.
He didn't have any injury at all. I mean, he wanted to score an hat-trick. It was against his old club that had given up on him. He looked hungry for goals, and every touch he had, I mean, to chest it down and hit it twice the way he did, we've got no one else that can do that. He was battling. As soon as he went off, it was like waving a white flag. It was just,
completely agree, mate.
Everything was in our half. You cannot play 45 minutes of football in your own half or in your own box, basically, I mean, Areola today, well, if we had whatever his name is, Hermanson, or, you know, we'd have been up shit street. We'd have lost by 7. It's just, I cannot wait to see the interview, to see what he comes out with.
I listen, right, at the start of the game, I said on a few videos that I've done over the last week, and I turned around and said, I said, this is a banker draw written all over it, right? I've actually won some money tonight. I've actually won quite a bit of dough tonight. I should be over the moon, but I'm not. I'm fucking livid. Yeah, anytime, mate, anytime, right? But the thing is, I look at it tonight, and I'm not worried. Tonight, I'm going to be angry, and I'm going to let it go. This is a bit down the road for me, because if he does this now, is he going to do this again in another game where it does cost us, right? And that 1 point turns into no points, or that 3 points turns into 1 point again. I do not understand, Dennis, why he done it. I don't get it.
The first half was a mugging anyway. We had 2 chances, did we not?
Yeah.
Two chances and we scored. So, you know, let's not ride our luck. We need, you know, that defence does need some, you know, some help, some relief. You've got to keep the ball at times. Taking Fernandez off. You know, Potts and Fernandez in that midfield, I thought, you know, with the help they got from nowhere else, I thought they'd done quite well. You know, and as soon as he went off, Potts was on his own. Potts was running from one side to another, trying to put out fire. And, you know, you can't do it on your own. I mean, he dropped Souček back into midfield, which is like, you know, it's like asking Potts to play with a fucking shopping trolley in front of him. Because half the time he was getting in his way when he's trying to go and tackle. Well, it's just embarrassing. It's embarrassing that he's asked the team. I mean, how on earth are we meant to keep hold of Bowen if Bowen's second half football is going to be sat in his own half, kicking a ball out?
Do you know what? It's another. Listen, right? I understand what you're saying. I do, yeah, because I agree with you. The first half was shit. We wasn't great, but we was 2-0 up.
2-0 up, yeah.
Yeah, right. And I even said it on the watch along that it's hard to assess because we haven't done nothing, but somehow we're 2-0 up.
That was a monkey.
Yeah. The issue I've got is that the second half, you take Guilherme off, you bring Kyle Walker-Peters on, right? Fine, is what it is. I don't think Guilherme was good enough at all in the first half. I thought he was poor, right? Not on him. He's not ready. The issue I've got is the Callum Wilson substitution. That's the one that's irritated me a lot because I'm looking at him and I'm thinking, you've got a man who's confidence, right? Are you basically saying that this geezer can only do an hour a game?
It's 5 minutes after half time. 5 minutes after half time. You haven't even given Cole Walker-Peters and the rest of the team to get used to the shape.
Yeah.
And then you're taking Callum Wilson off, who is the only out ball. I mean, how many times did that ball go forward and he challenged for it and then someone was running onto it in that first half? The wind was a factor, yes. You know, Areola was booting the ball and hoofing it. But in the second half, what do you do? We've all played against the wind in the second half. You know, it's going to hold up in the wind. So what do? You don't run as far. He hoofs it as far as he can. It hangs in the wind. And then you play off that centre forward. To not have a centre forward, I mean, half the time, Souček was running after the ball had gone. And, I just find it embarrassing. We go 2-0 up and we sit on our 18-yard box.
It was chaos, mate. That's what it is.
To play 6 defenders, none of them knew what they were doing. None of them knew what they were doing because they've never played it. He's gone, right, let's get some more at the back. No one knows where they're meant to be because they've not played it before. They don't do it in training because they ain't got enough bloody staff to play it in training. You know, so, mate, it's just an embarrassment. I mean, I cannot wait to see the interview because I want someone to go in on him because, you know, he's a nice enough bloke in these interviews. He comes across all right, but you can't play a game of football or an half of football.
Yeah.
Sat on your 18-yard box.
Do you know what? I do agree. Like, I'm seeing people in the chat saying about, obviously, Bowen. And it's going to be interesting to see what the reaction is. But honestly, like, if he does anything more like this over the next few weeks, then we're in trouble. Like it's like one step forward, two steps back. West Ham win back-to-back games. We're 2-0 up. And the thing is, right, people will say tonight, oh, it's a draw, right? Why are you moaning? It's not so much about the draw, it's about the confidence of the game. And the confidence of the game was basically to just completely give it away. Right, that second half we gave away to them, and that's what's going to anger me for a few days now. It's going to irritate me because we'll just give it away. Simple as that. Dennis, I'm going to let you go, mate. Take it easy.
I mean,
all the
mate. Yep. All right. See you, mate. Ta-ra.
Take care, Dennis. Cutting out on me there. It was right. Oliver, you got 5 minutes, son. Take it away. If you're there.
Right. So, sorry, I was just playing the guitar. Right. First thing I want to say is I play for a Sunday League team, junior, and I think I could defend better than than Kilman. Okay.
Right.
Listen, I can jump, I can commit while he's playing volleyball or whatever the fuck he's playing. Handball, whatever, netball, I don't care. Basketball, I don't know what the fuck he's playing, but it's not football. And it was, my dad said, like, oh yeah, it was the pressure of NUNO subs that made him do it. But I would say it's 10% Kilman's fault and it's 90% NUNO. What the hell? Why are we taking off
Wilson.
Wilson and Fernandez? Like, it's just, I don't
Do you know
know.
Do you know what, mate? This is the West Ham way. What you're seeing right now is the West Ham way, because when it's all going good, West Ham know how to fuck it up for themselves. Listen, Joe, what with Kilman? Listen, it's a penalty. Yeah, it's slippery conditions. It happens, right?
Yeah.
And it's happened. But the issue is that we put ourselves in this situation tonight. And it's only us who it's Nuno that I've got the problem with tonight before players. When I look at tonight's game, I think, right, you're in a 2-0 situation. What the? I'm not going to swear while you're here, but what is he saying at half time? Like, I would love to know what he said in that half-time team talk to then come out and then completely just go defensive mode. Like, ridiculous.
Yeah.
Who was the worst player for you today, Oliver?
Oh, that's a tough question, because I don't think it was necessarily how bad the players were. It was just Nuno's tactics. I think everybody did their part in a way. I think our defense was like going into the second half was just imaginary. Tadibo did all right. I didn't like Eagle Julio's a little bit shaky, but I think apart from that, I think worst player for me probably has to be Kilman. It's not just because of the pen. I just think he didn't commit to a lot of headers, or not that there was many crosses coming in. He did one good one at the start, but then it kind of started to slip away.
Yeah, I know, mate.
In a way,
I know.
And it is just like I think I don't know if you've seen on the Hammers chat, Gonzo. He said something about the London mayor selling London Stadium, and to be fair, I was like, okay, that's good news if it is true, but then that's kind of ruined my weekend and my mood about West Ham.
All I'm gonna say is this, right? Wait until it happens.
Yeah,
because I've heard all this for 4 years and nothing ever materialises. Every time something happens, every time there's an international break where either a takeover or we're building a new stadium or Father Christmas is going to come. So it's one of the three.
My mate who supports Newcastle, apparently they're trying to build a new stadium because the pitch is slanted and stuff. If Newcastle can do it, then we can do it, and they're a top class team as well.
Yeah, I know. It is what it is, mate. It is what it is. Right, Oliver, take it easy. Peace. That's been Oliver. Right, get your final comments in, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to go for another 5, maybe 10 minutes. I've got 14% battery. Get your comments in. Let me know what you think on today. I'm absolutely gutted. I'm fuming. I'm livid. Yeah. And listen, anyone who accepts a draw tonight's a fucking idiot. I'm going to be straight. Like, not from a 2-0 position. If we're 2-0 down and we claw ourselves back and we get to a 2-2, you can accept a draw. Yeah, and you can be happy with a draw. 2-0 up, and listen, in the first half, I thought we'd done all right in the first half. We wasn't great in the first half, but we'd got in front. We've got the extra goal to sort of push us further away. I would love to know what Nuno said at half time. Right, I would love to know if he's I wonder if he's sat in that fucking change room at half time and gone, you know what, I'm gonna just go all out defensive. Do you know what I'm saying? And it was like he had no idea how to handle a lead. That's what it felt like tonight for me. Is he had no clue whatsoever because West Ham was in front so early in the game. West Ham being in front after I think it was 35 minutes. Yeah, 2-0 up. He's automatically thinking defensive mode. For me, I'm looking like in that situation, you attack Bournemouth again, you score the third, you end the game. It is that simple, right? If they score and it goes 2-1, then you retreat back to a defensive shell. You don't go defensive at 2-0 with 40 minutes of the game to go. Yeah, and players are going to start getting wearing down. Listen, anyone who's played football over the years, you know this, right? You work very much a lot harder when you haven't got the ball and you're running around and you start getting tired. A lot of these players were getting tired today, right? And getting drained of energy because they was never getting the ball. Every time they was getting the ball out, it was coming straight back. And for a manager who is supposed to be a good manager, that is absolutely criminal today. Like that, it's just criminal. It's just criminal. Yes, it's a point, but we won't know now until the end of the season where we are, right? We can't do this again, though. Like we can't go 2-0 up and then sit there and retreat and consistently retreat and retreat and retreat, because there might be a game in the future where we do this. We go, like, we take a lead, we do these tactics again, and we end up losing the game, and that's 3 points. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it is. I'm fuming, absolutely fuming. Right, I'm annoyed for today, but what I care about more is if Nuno learns from it. What annoys me under previous managers was them trying something, it not working, and trying the same thing again. I sort of agree, but I don't understand why he's gone so early, mate. Right, to me, that makes no sense. Right, it's a shame Fulham got a late goal, relying on Villa to beat Leeds now. Fucking mate, we're relying on teams already. The future isn't certain. It's like that picture behind you. See, look, that's the picture, right? And that's all of us. Walking home. Not happy. Not happy. Darren says, would we have done any better with Potter? No. So 2 wins and a draw ain't that bad. Wilson may have a knock. I'm going to say the subs were not good enough for me. Come on, West Ham. Listen, I can understand. Right, I don't care about Potter. Potter's gone. Right, Nuno's here now. Yeah, Nuno's in control of this situation. What I care about tonight is we're in a winning position and we've given it away. Yeah, and if there was another 5 minutes or 10 minutes in that game, Bournemouth would have won it. They were coming forward consistently. And I'm going to say this. Let's be a bit realistic now, right? And be a bit real with ourselves. Ariola's kept us in that game tonight. No one else. Ariola's made save after save after save. They had 25 attempts on goal in the second half. 25, 10 on target. That is ridiculous. That's like Premier League playing League Two. It's mad. See what Martin's got to say. We're 2-0 up, coasting. Let Wilson get his hat-trick. Why would Nuno take him off early, second half? Our only goal threat didn't invite pressure, for fuck's sake. Completely agree. Couldn't agree any more with that. Pierre, is it any coincidence that the last 3 managers have made unable to play decisions? Is really Sully sticking his oar in? Bring on the protests. I don't know. I see someone in my chat earlier on. They turned around and said, I wonder if Sullivan's turned around and said about getting Wilson off as soon as possible in case he scores again. Listen, we all know we've got to get Sullivan out. Do you know what I mean? So it is what it is on that. Cheers, James. Have a good night in the pub. Have a few games of pool. That will be me in about half hour. But I'm here for you guys right now. So I was going to go through this. Wilson did not have a knock. I completely agree with you on that, mate. And what it is, people are going to spin it and say he did have a knock. Yeah. But if you go and watch his reaction when he comes off, he's not happy. And then Nuno sees him on the touchline and tries to butter him up a little bit. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. And it feels like we just give the game away today. It feels like a defeat to me today. Right? It really does. It feels like a defeat, but nothing surprised me with this club. Ever. Excuse me. Let's get to Joe. If Nuno had took Leeds and Brentford games seriously and not made shocking tactics today, we could be 7th. Fair play to Joe, mate. See, the thing is, right, to round up on this quickly, I just want to say this. What someone just said in the chat is true, right? As long as he can learn from it. But he didn't learn from it in the fucking in them games. What Joe has just said there is absolutely spot on. Against Brentford and Leeds, he didn't learn. He done the same thing over and over again. This is why I'm angry tonight, because for me, I can see him doing this again. I can see West Ham going in front. I can see West Ham having a lead early in the game and him going back to type again. And I can see another situation like this against the team this season. That's the thing that's irritating me more than anything. And that's the thing where I look at it and I think, does he really know what he's fucking trying to do? Do you know what I'm saying? As a defensive manager, he's good at what he does. Today, he fucking wasn't. He was shit. Let's get to this. Pierre says, as many as said, you sit back and hold on to a lead. You have to keep the viable threat on the break. So why take Giammi off? I thought Giammi was shit, mate. And I'm going to say this to all my ex-fans out there on Twitter. I was fucking right, wasn't I? Yeah, he has to perform. He didn't perform. Right, again today. Nothing. And listen, I want Giammi to do well. I really do. Yeah, I really do. Well, I'd love him to do well, but I'm a realist. Yeah, the geezer's not ready. He's far from ready. So why are we chucking him in when we're in a relegation dogfight? Makes no sense. It's like we're the Salvation Army and we're going, you know what? Yeah, anyone can have a go. Do you know what I mean? No, right? We need to make sure that we are fighting to stay in the league. But then we're in a relegation battle. As simple as that. And we need to stay in this fucking league. So, you know, excuse me. Paqueta back for Liverpool game next Sunday. Hopefully Somerville. That's the positives, mate. That's the positives. Let's get to this final comment here. Thank the stars, Semedo and Clivert went on the pitch. Semedo would have ripped us a new one, mate. Really would have done. It seems like we have a small manager mentality, gets ahead, a shut up shop, a big club would have gone for the next goal. Yeah, I completely agree on that. Right, listen, I'm going to love and leave you. My final thought is this. I'm absolutely fuming. Not going to lie, I'm absolutely fuming. To go and give away a 2-0 lead is bad for two reasons. One, for the points. Two, for the sort of confidence levels of the team. I'm concerned with Nuno because I don't think he knows how to see a game out in a sort of longer capacity. He can see a game out in the last 10 minutes of a game, fine, but can he see a game out in 45 minutes of a second half? I don't think he can. I thought West Ham scored 2 good goals. Callum Wilson was brilliant. Listen, you got to appreciate him, right? Because he scored the goals. Getting into half time 2-0 up, I thought West Ham go out second half, get the third, get this game done, right? That's the mentality problem at West Ham. West Ham are a bit of a negative mentality, but it should be a positive mentality. You go there, you get the third, the game's gone. To then go and take off Wilson, to then go and take off Matthias Fernandes, and the bombardment of just attack after attack after attack. If you didn't watch the game today on stream, right, go back and watch it if you can, like the second half, and you will see what I'm saying, and you will be seeing what a lot of people are saying. That second half performance was one of the worst second half performances I've witnessed as a West Ham fan. By all means, just attack versus defence. That was it, right? And it was poor. It was really, really poor. So we end up giving the game away, right? We end up drawing the game instead of losing it, which is a result. I will say this: he's going to have to change his tune though on this one, and I am concerned that he might do this again in a game, and next time it will affect the team in a big way. Like if we're winning a game and we end up losing the game from a winning position, we're lucky today that we didn't lose the game. Right? Thank God for Alphonse Areola. That's all I'm going to say is thank God for him, because I'll be honest, he literally kept us in that game single-handedly in that second half, save after save after save. Some of them absolute great saves. So listen, we can thank our lucky stars that we had him. And now we can just enjoy our Saturday night and see what happens. Chuck your comments in after this video is done. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you agree or disagree. I'm happy, but I'm fuming with him. I'm literally fuming with Nuno because I think he's the one who gave it away today. And I feel sorry for some of the players because I thought some of the players played all right, but he just give it away. He just give it away. Anyway, that's enough from me. Take care of yourselves out there. Bish bash bosh, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.